It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them Canada Dry.
It's DAD. It's Dynamite After Dark, and we got Dolly-Wood on the show.
Woo! Let's wang. All right, let's hit the intro.
Coming to you live from the FN Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown.
Anything goes. It's Dynamite After Dark.
Whoa, who's that sexy voice at the end? It's Dolly-Wood right there. There she is. She gave us that intro.
It took me by surprise. I was like, wait.
You didn't remember recording that for the show?
I did. I didn't realize y'all were still using it.
Oh yeah.
We're using it for
Definitely. Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Bitch out.
Lucky me.
Well, guys, it's Wednesday night. What a happy New Year 2023. The JFB is working on 4 hours of sleep. I've been up since 1 o'clock this morning watching Wrestle Kingdom. No naps, no snoozes. I am jacked. I may fall asleep halfway through this. If I do, Canada Dry, you got to take it away, brother.
I'll stop you. We got Noob.
We got Noob.
Joe,
we got Joseph Graham.
We got Mr. Isaacs. We got everyone.
Let's look in here in podcast with Joseph Graham. We got the Mr. Isaacs is joining in. Happy Wrestle Kingdom and happy Dynamite Day and happy New Year to everybody.
Nothing but positivity, baby. Whoa.
I am, of course, the only one that matters truly in AFW. Probably not after tonight because that was like the end of a freaking mafia movie. Everybody dies. It's the JFB, James from Boston.
And I am, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. And I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm, of course, Canada Dry.
Canada Dry. It goes down smooth, little bubbles in the nose. We are, of course, a trio. And as any good doo-wop trio knows, you got to have the guy that brings in the soul of the show. And that, of course, is Trey J Styles. Say hello.
You guys, I'm no longer a holiday hostage. Like, I am actively back. And not only that, but better than ever.
That is awesome.
Not ever.
Ever.
And, of course, we are joined by probably the one that makes this show as pretty and beautiful as it is, because it ain't the three of us, that's for damn sure.
Speak for yourself. I am absolutely gorgeous.
It's
Dolly.
Dolly.
AFW.
Hey, Dolly, how you doing? All right, guys, let's jump right into the action. Of course, hey, you know what? I love the new intro. The commercial that played just before it, then the intro leading into it. The Stinger was amazing. I love the new look. I love the new set. It's beautiful. I love it. It's so high tech looking. Trey J, I'm going to need you to not steal Eric Bischoff's theme.
Please do not speak to me of irrelevant people. Eric Bischoff is still holding on to whatever droppings he could get from Hulk Hogan's draws.
3 weeks of fame, damn it.
Does it?
He's on the new
I had 83 weeks of fame by the time I was 7.
He's on the new Ric Flair documentary.
Yeah, he is on the Ric Flair documentary.
Just as irrelevant as ever.
Let me just say that this Dynamite had a different feel. It felt different. It felt produced different. All the segues were different.
Yeah.
I loved the feel of the show.
Yeah, it felt really good. It felt normal. It felt well produced. And I think that a lot of it has to do with who's running stuff backstage with Tony Khan. And that, you know, you have several new producers that are coming on. Booking decisions, I don't necessarily think yes or no. But nonetheless, we start off not with a video package or any of this other rigmarole. We start with an actual Stone Cold match, damn it. We start with
Stone
Jericho.
Cold's on the show. What?
Huh?
Stone
Yeah,
Cold?
Stone Cold show. No, I'm just
Stone
kidding.
Cold! Stone Cold!
Stone Cold, Stone Cold. We got
Sorry.
Jericho versus Ricky Starks. Here's some of my notes really quickly. Jericho is looking serious. He's taking this serious. A little smile here and there for the most part, though. Very determined. That should tell you about what's to come. But Starks has the best intro music in wrestling, period. I love that intro. It's on my phone now. It's my ringtone. Yeah, Mr. Eisen says you can hear the crowd more too. I think the audio levels were adjusted. I think they actually hired an audio technician and not some guy who's like,
No.
Oh,
I will say this though, and I agree with some of the people who have said that Ricky Starks looks like a depleted, thinner Rock, like someone who's going through a fasting at this point. Like he's about 110 pounds different than what the Rock looks like. But they kept screwing around. When are these guys going to get started already? The Seattle crowd's on fire. Starks is being relentless. Jericho pushes Aubrey. Aubrey fights him back. I love Starks' tenacity. I love how tenacious he is when he's in the ring. He is like a caged animal, which I think plays well into his character. Jericho, of course, switches it up, goes in the charge. Starks is he's hulking out. He started shaking the hand. He started doing the Hulk Hogan. I was like, oh my God, he's hulking out. Andretti comes in with the save after Jericho gets the win. Everybody from JAS shows up, starts beating the hell out of him. Action Andretti comes in, and then Tay Mello hits Action Andretti with the low blow, and Taz came up with the greatest thing, and that's going to be my new thing. It's going to be called Yambag Yahtzee, baby.
Yambag Yahtzee.
So let's get into it. Can the Dry, you go first. Your thoughts on this amazing opening match?
I just want to start out by saying I have a new hat.
I know that. I like the Green Lantern hat.
Now, Dallas, I showed Dallas this one in my Batman one, and he goes, looks like a gang or maybe a hockey team.
So wait a minute now. You can't bring up a Green Lantern hat without telling us who's your favorite Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan is my favorite.
You son of a... How could you like Hal better than Kyle Rayner?
I like Kyle Rayner, but Kyle wasn't around long. If Hal's the classic go-to guy.
Yeah. Who's your least favorite?
My least favorite is Guy Gardner.
Okay. I'm about to say we won't. That's the only answer to that question.
Dolly looks completely confused.
I thought that Ryan Reynolds was the only one.
Yes, he is a great Green Lantern.
He's
he
great
looks
in
like a
everything.
That movie
He's
was
so good at getting his beautiful wife pregnant too.
You know, I was hit on by a gay guy, and he's like, you know what? Because I was wearing a Green Lantern shirt, and he's like, you know what? You look like Green Lantern. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I promise you that we were going to keep this a very positive show, so we'll just keep rolling.
Yeah, there we go. All
Hey,
right.
I got hit on by someone. That's positive.
Entering into the new
We got to
year.
take our wins.
I won.
Take your wins when you can get them.
Was it outside of the school for the deaf and blind?
I don't know.
Love it.
Sorry.
Love this.
All right, go ahead, Canada Dry. Your thoughts on the match?
I thought that this was a great match, and I thought there was some good. I thought it was over when they hit him with the bat. I was like, okay, the cheat win, and then the power. Like he comes out of it somehow out of nowhere. He comes out of it, and he finds a way to pull out the victory. So I'm just like, see, I have problems rating the match where I picked wrong. I can't help with my bad feelings. So it was a great match. Either way you take it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a beautiful match. Absolutely gorgeous. Trey J, your thoughts on the match?
So this was one of those matches that I truly enjoyed, but I had a hard time really rating it because there was just so much going on. There were like these moments where you get the people seeing people power out of moves, seeing like 2.0 being out there, just kind of being like distracting. Sometimes with them, I think they go a little bit overboard with the things.
No.
Like something happens and they're like halfway in the ring at the referee's 2 count. And it's like you would have been too late anyway. But I think that in this match is one of those things that they were used really, really well. The bat, and it was interesting too because it seems like AEW's, and I want to get on this a little bit later too with the main event, but it does feel like they changed the rules a little bit because it used to be they didn't do the 3 drop. For the longest time, AEW hadn't done the 3 drop. Like I can't remember when they've done it. And this time they actually went with the 3 drop twice.
Yeah.
So, even like on, we've been talking about the production standpoint, but even like the match pacing standpoint, like pulling in that drama, like if the goal was to make Ricky Starks look great, they definitely did that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Dolly-Wood, of course. What are your thoughts on the match?
Ricky Starks will never do anything wrong in my eyes. This match was beautiful, especially because he won and because I got it right. It was such a good match, and now all I can think about is Bulk and Skull. Now that Cade said that, but
Yeah.
I don't like those boys. I don't like much of the Jericho Appreciation Society. The hat needs to just. Ugh. The hat's so nasty. But I do want to get the sweet new AFW baby. That baby is the only thing that will look cute in that hat.
Yeah.
So if I had their address, I would absolutely send that sweet baby a hat. But that's the only good thing I can say about the Jericho Appreciation Society.
That's so bad.
I love the hat. The hat and the
Everyone loves the hat. You're the only one who doesn't like the hat, Dolly-Wood.
I'm the only one that has any taste.
Probably, yeah. I mean,
you don't have to wear the hat.
Print
I love the hat.
and shirt.
The hat is there for its own purposes.
But here's the thing. Okay, Dolly, what color hat would it have to be?
It does not. It's the style of the hat.
So we're just into the bucket.
Cool.
I'm not into this 90s trend that we're having right now. I don't want to see the chokers. Looking at you, Ty, whatever your name is.
Yeah, I'm not really big on the chokers.
Whatever.
But that was the whole point of this hat. It was supposed to be a mock thing that took off. It was supposed to be a dumb, ugly hat.
Yeah, and now look at him. Now, like I said in our group chat, he's dressing like he just robbed Hugh Hefner's garage sale.
I think that's on purpose. I think
he looks awful. Those terrible, tacky-looking swimming trunks he was wearing tonight.
Ooh, the leopard
swimming afterwards, obviously.
The shorts and shirts, that was awesome.
They're so trashy.
I like this version of Jake Hager.
Oh, yeah.
I do. It's everything about it. It's almost like we have been calling him corny for so long, and now that he's doing it, it's cool.
Yeah,
like it's really enjoyable.
Yeah. You know what I loved about Jake Hager? It was one episode, and it was when the pandemic. It was like peak pandemic, and his wife came on, and she was like his ringside girl. That was my favorite Hager. She was so cute. She loves him so much, and I think that she has the ability to be the next Miss Elizabeth. If given the opportunity.
Okay.
I can see that.
Okay.
All right, let's move along now.
All right, let's go to before we get to our second match, we get Tony Schiavone in with the ring with Hangman. Hangman comes out with he's a cowboy hat short of looking like he should be on like a stage production of Brokeback Mountain,
Whoa.
with the jacket, with the fur, and just, he just.
Hey, JFB, you're just dating yourself because young people don't know what Brokeback Mountain is. It should be Yellowstone now.
Hey, I am proud.
I say Yellowstone.
The half. I'm glad.
I try to spell it Yellowstone when I type it, and it autocorrects.
You're
Oh,
nothing
do you
but
know
a
that
yellow belly.
JSB, if you don't mind, you were born in the 80s?
I was born in 72.
You were okay.
Bullshit. Oh. Now that's some deceptive. That is some deceptive stuff right there. Because I was born in 81 and nobody ever believes me. But
that's just black crack.
Damn right. Like, so you're almost 50. Wait, you are 50?
I am 50. Yeah.
Damn, good job, bro. You look great.
For real.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like to think that I preserved myself in my 20s and 30s by consistently just drinking.
Nice. You're fermented now.
So
Well, wait. The whole reason I ask you is because my sister told me about this new term that she saw on Reddit today called a grand millennial, which is what she is. She was born in 86.
Oh, geez.
That's what she is considered. And me, a 90s baby. I'm just a regular millennial, thank heavens. But I thought that you making a Brokeback Mountain reference would make you a grand millennial.
I am beyond grand millennial. I am in my own. I'm in my own category.
He's almost a boomer. Almost.
Yeah. Like
y'all realize that this whole thing makes Canada Dry look the oldest out of us.
Yeah.
I ain't mad.
How dare you?
So anyway, so we get back to it. Of course, Mox comes out. He talks about knocking his dick in the dirt, which I can tell you from personal experience, don't do it. It's not good for you.
Hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
Can somebody tell me later what that means? Because I don't even know what that means. So
well, you know how
that's the first time I've ever heard it.
If you ever normally when you fight somebody, you're trying to knock them on their back, right?
Yeah.
Think about how bad you'd have to beat somebody up for them to be face down.
Yeah.
So basically it's saying I'm gonna beat you so bad you're gonna be face down privates in the dirt.
Ooh, like curb stomping his wiener. Ooh, that's awful.
Yeah,
okay.
That's an elegant way of putting it. Yeah, exactly. One thing I learned from Mox is he's a living Chumbawamba song. Mox gets knocked down, he gets up again. Ain't nobody gonna take him down. He's a whiskey drink, a vodka drink, a lager drink, a cider drink.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. No. Now he's
Graham was born in 1985.
Joseph
Mr.
Graham,
Isaac was
85,
born in
83 here, big 40 later this year. Mr. Isaac, I'm going to drive up to Kentucky and we're going to blow it out for you for your 40th birthday. We're going to go to a truck stop strip club. We're going to hijack an ambulance. We're going to pet a tiger. I'm telling you, we're going to go.
This makes it premeditated. No.
Yes, I've been planning it for a while.
People still don't know how old I am, and I will never tell you.
I can find out.
Hey man, why does Rich Southwood
try to trick me many times to get that out of me, and it's not coming out? It's a mystery.
I don't appreciate the fact that Rich Southwood is trying to jack my ear. I was born in 81. I am the greatest thing. Not that Rich Southwood being born in 81 changes it, but I was the greatest thing to happen in
the 81ers.
That's not true. I'm so sorry. None of this is true. Clemson University winning the national championship is the greatest thing to happen in 1981. Period. End of story.
Yes. Yes, you're right. For all but the last 24 days, because I was born on December 7th. So for most of the year, it was Clemson. The last month, the last 3/4 of a month, however, was me.
Well, there you go. So what did you guys say? Canada Dry, your thoughts on Shivani versus Hangman Page?
Did you say
Shivani versus Hangman Page?
Or what do you think about Shivani? Yeah, Shivani fighting Hangman Page. No, Shivani
kick his ass.
Oh dear God, I'm telling you, man. This
Shivani, hands down.
You guys realize that this entire segment was just really odd in the context of the show.
Hey, it's not your turn. I'm going to talk.
I know. I know. I'm silly. I'm just saying in general. Like, you guys realize that this entire segment was really odd in the context of the show.
We need to get this show back on track here.
We're doing it.
Our show or that show?
Our show.
Our show. Yeah, our show.
Anyways, let's get back on track. So Shivani interviewing, I thought this was a great interview. I love the points that the Hangman made about he wasn't mad that he was injured. He was mad that Jon Moxley was making light of it and making fun of it, which was good because it's just like it changed the whole direction of the feud. Because like, oh, he's just mad that he's disrespectful.
Yeah. Trey J, your thoughts?
Well, like I said, this segment was kind of a weird herring to me because you're like, no, I'm not cleared. Then Moxley shows up, or then it's like, but if I can get on a plane within a week and get a brain scan, then I will be cleared. And it's kind of like
that was I didn't make sense to me. You say I'm cleared next week. That's easy.
Yeah, like that was the thing.
But you cannot touch each other until next week, or the match doesn't happen.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, oh, if I hit him, I'm set back a week. I'm like, so does that's just like a 168 hour virus there? I mean, what are we getting at here? Like,
Yeah,
does
that match like now have to be before the main event? Because if he hits him before 8 o'clock, or if he hits him at 8 o'clock, it's too soon.
Yeah.
Like that segment was really odd to me. And then it's kind of like, then you have the graphic at the very end saying, "Oh, the match is happening next week," and it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess so.
They really jumped the shark with that story.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this though, that was the first time that I've ever seen them like have the match advertisement with a purple background, and that was kind of cool. Like I'm loving the fact that each match is starting to get its own like different flair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Dolly-Wood, your thoughts on the Shivani interview?
So to be fair, okay, I have two important things to say. Number one, I'm pretty sure that Canada Dry was born in the 50s because he always talks about jumping the shark. And that's a Happy Days reference, so he must have been born in the 50s.
That's the 80s.
Hey.
How old are you?
Oh no, he just
I'm 32.
This is an 80s show.
I'm a 90 baby. I'm by far the youngest one here.
In the 50s.
And second, so Hangman did say, "I'm not cleared today," is what he specifically said. So that was a little like foreshadowing that like I'm not clear today, but I'll be fine next week. So I get it. Like the wording was awkward, but if you don't think about it too hard, it makes sense.
I agree with you on that, Dolly-Wood. I think you can't really look too closely and introspective. It's like watching a Die Hard movie. You're like, that's not possible.
Well, I think it would have made a lot more sense if they hadn't just done it with Saraya like a couple of months ago. It's like, I've seen every doctor and they've all said no, except for this one that I'm about to see next. Like,
who, by the way, got his medical degree in Tijuana.
Yeah. Through the mail. He didn't even go there.
Yeah, he didn't even go. He had an Asian student that went for him. So
he was doing labs on Zoom.
Was anybody else kind of concerned that Hangman Page was stumbling with his words? Like it almost sounded like he was slurred. Anybody catch that?
I didn't really pick that up. No.
I'd be assuming that he's drunk at all times.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the difference between him and Mox. Mox is clean and sober, and Hangman Page is drunk off his ass. All right.
Yeah. Mox doesn't get Mox is nice.
Who is going to win this match next week between the two?
I think it's going to go first. I think it's going to be a draw.
Who do I think is going to win? I think that Hangman will win. Who do I want to win? Mox.
Yeah. No, but who do you think will win?
I think that Hangman will win.
Yeah.
Trey J?
I refuse to answer this question on the grounds that I may have to beat somebody in the Mr. AFW tournament.
Okay.
Because I'm still in this.
Yeah, I don't know
what do you think, JP? Who do you think is going to win?
I think, honestly, I think Hangman wins. I think, in all honesty, it probably is going to end up as a draw, but I'm pulling for Hangman just because I've had concussions. I know what it's like.
Well, if Hangman wins, then you could have the rubber match at Revolution.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's go to our second match. Second match is going to be the Acclaimed, and they are taking on Jay Lethal and Double J, Jeff, J-A-R-R-E-T-T, Jeff Jarrett. Love the rap. Again, dissing Karen, Double J's wife, who used to be former Mrs. Angle. Great back and forth. Pace is very slow, which made sense because you're dealing with two very older wrestlers versus two very younger wrestlers. You have to slow down the pace a little bit. Gunn gets kicked out. Jarrett and Lethal really taking it to the champs. Satnam Singh gets involved, and then he gets kicked out. And then we get what we should have seen it from the start. It was pretty telegraphed pretty early on, but Bowens gets down on the ground. Lethal goes for the pin. He gets his leg up. They push his leg off. They counts 3. We have new champs, or do we? We go back to the instant replay and find out. Aubrey Edwards on top of it, smartest woman in wrestling today, reverses this decision, flag on the play, restart it up again, and then the Acclaim come through and they win. So, Trey J, your thoughts on the Acclaim versus Lethal and Double J?
So I want to start off with the Max Caster rap, which was just, it had a different cadence this time, which was like very welcome. Yeah. The Andrew Tate line was it though. That was it right there. Yeah. The match itself was was really well done. I think storyline is probably one of the better matches that we've ever gotten from the Acclaim, and I think that you could tell like this is definitely some more of Jeff's influence on this, because the fact that Lethal does the thing when he runs the ropes, ducks under, and slaps the pure trash out of Billy Gunn, was like, that was one of those moments where I was like, oh my God, did he just do that for real? Yeah. That was a real slap.
Yeah.
Like I would be I don't even know how I would handle that. And, that part, getting Billy Gunn kicked out and then basically taking advantage of the numbers game, having all 4 of Lethal's team having parts in this match was amazing. Even having Lethal be the one to put the figure 4 on was just like, it was amazing to me. Like, watching this was amazing. Like, I feel like this was a clinic on how to properly do tag team wrestling. Yeah. I did love the strut into the scissors. Mm-hmm. Because yes. It was just, this was a very crowd pleasing match. This could have been the first match. Honestly, it could have been the main event if it wasn't for the hometown, the hometown pops. But I loved literally everything about this. So that's me.
Dolly-Wood, your thoughts?
So I made a bad decision this week, and I decided to try to do make my own AEW workout while the show was going on. Okay. And boy, did this match had me moving. Yeah. So I honestly didn't get to walk. I was planking and stuff, or squatting and doing wall sits during the match. And I was mostly cussing. So I honestly didn't get to see that much of the match. But what I did see was beautiful. I did see the strut that was amazing. The most important thing about an Acclaimed match is always going to be the rap anyway. They're always going to win. They're so good. They're going to win. Yeah. But the rap was wonderful. Again, Andrew Tate line.
Yeah, that was gold. I'm Canada Dry. What are your thoughts on the match?
I love this match, except the ending was horrible.
Okay.
You get the fake win. That's fine. I don't mind that. They reverse but you pin him within 5 seconds.
Yeah.
No, work it out to make it a legit ending, not just a curl up 1, 2, 3. That's the one thing I didn't like. They could have worked that out a little bit better.
See, I'm on the opposite. I'm glad they didn't work it out, because especially with the fact that they're going to have the rematch, because you still had when you have the quick win, you still have the controversy there. So it's kind of like, oh, well, my ref said this. Oh, you just got back. Your ref comes in and does this. So it's like you still have a bit of controversy and you get the roll up win.
But it's not believable to me. It's the quick. It wouldn't happen.
Can we make sure that we put on Canada Dry's tombstone, "It's real to me"? That's like my favorite thing to say.
Hey, you're the queen of kayfabe here. You keep it like you hate MJF. You believe everything's real.
I was looking at custom neon signs, and that's what I want mine to say. It's real to me.
I'm with it.
I smell a group effort to pool all our money together to get that for you for Christmas this year. So
Yeah, we got a whole year
We don't need to wait for Christmas. Her birthday's coming up.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We don't have that much time.
So we get Tony Schiavone sitting down with Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. Keep asking who's going to be the partner. Everybody is expecting someone named Mercedes Moné, who was in Tokyo at Wrestle Kingdom and made her appearance, formerly known as.
And she's reported to actually have already signed with AEW.
Yeah, so there's that rumor floating around. And then, of course, Saraya doesn't understand. She doesn't get AEW. This isn't the WWE, yada, yada, yada. What I thought was really telling is, and they are building this split perfectly. Hayter is the killer, but Britt is the pillar. And what a way to just kind of slice her down.
And don't forget, they had that boss line in there too. I'm the boss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so with that being said, Dolly-Wood, what were your thoughts on the Schiavone interview with Hayter?
So, somebody, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jamie Hayter said that she's homegrown in AEW?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, she's wrestled in Rev Pro and she's wrestled in Progress and a lot overseas, but I think this is her first time really, because she was in AEW right before COVID hit. Then she kind of went away and then she came back. So
I never considered her that.
Yeah.
That she was AEW homegrown, but that's fine. If that's what y'all want to call her, that's fine. Y'all can call her whatever you want to. I have other words for her around my apartment, but y'all can call her AEW homegrown.
Are you not a hater? Are you a hater of Hayter?
I am a little bit of a hater. The only thing that I'm like hating on, you usually hate on everything. But you were not hating on Jamie Hayter, and I'm going to hate on her. And it's because she's with Britt. As soon as she's not, I'll be totally on board with her.
You were just against the baddies in professional wrestling. You can't love the baddies. You just have a thing with that.
I did, yeah, not the baddies. Now I love the baddies, but not the heels. No.
She's gonna flip a wig on the next match. Just watch. Who didn't participate in the Schiavone interview?
I refuse. I'm good.
I'm good. Let's move on.
I hate Schiavone's interviews, like when he does the sit downs, because it's just like they're really weirdly paced to me.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't flow very well. I don't know if it's because when he's sitting down, he's sitting on his brain. I'm not sure. I'm not a Schiavone fan, but maybe that's what, when he stands up, it makes sense. When he sits down.
This to me, this did the job. It did what it needed to do. It didn't need to be a explosion of goodness. It did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I meant to say whenever you said, the Schiavone versus Hangman thing? That would be a fantastic way to bring back Adam Cole, is to put Schiavone in the ring.
In a steel cage match, wrapped with barbed wire, on fire!
Fire.
Well, he did say, "I'm too old for this shit, and I'm going to retire soon." So, a good way for him to go off into the sunset.
That's fair.
It's true.
Jungle Boy, we have a video package with Jungle Boy calling out the firm, and then he's going to tag with Hook. We can bypass that. It's minuscule. Let's get to our third match: Bryan Danielson versus Tony Nese. Let's do before the schmoz, before we get the call out. It doesn't bode well when your opponent is already in the ring by the time you come in. It's not going to end very well. It looks like it's going to be a 3-on-1 with Mark Sterling and the other guy. I can't remember his name.
Josh Woods.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then you blink, and it's over. So let's talk about the match really quickly. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the match?
I like that they got some early action on Tony Nese getting some offense in. because you need some offense. I am absolutely not a Nice guy. I don't know who is. Someone likes him out there, but it's not this guy.
4 people in AFW.
Pardon me?
4 people in AFW picked him. 4 people like him.
Wow.
So 4 people like Nice. They obviously do not like Danielson. But I thought it was an entertaining match. It just needed to get the job done and to get to the next segment. Really, that's all it was. Showcased Danielson as a champion type of character.
Yeah. JJ, your thoughts really quick?
That crowd was, I mean, just off the chain. Like that was like yes movement levels for Danielson here. I like the fact that like the first thing that really happens in the match is that Josh Woods does the trip and it gives Tony Nese a chance to get some offense in. But afterwards, I mean, this was a crowd pleaser, you know, when we think about like Danielson was able to pretty much hit every major move. Like the Busaku knee was like the first big strike for him. Yeah. And that like was just, all right, now we're just going to like stomp on his face for a little bit and do some random submission, and he's already out.
Yeah.
And that was the one time they didn't
Not
do
random submission. It was William Regal's stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
William Regal stretch. All right, Dolly-Wood, what are your thoughts on the match?
Bryan Danielson is God's gift to professional wrestling. He's perfect. He is. That's facts. That is factual. That man is the star of this era of wrestling.
Yep.
We need some hallelujah music once in a while here.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
Dolly, I gotta disagree with you. I'm sorry. As long as this man exists in the world, as long as Will Ospreay exists in the world, just gotta tell you.
You drank that Twitter Kool-Aid and just go on with it.
I love Will Ospreay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
you all of Twitter.
The Kool-Aid shirt is
Go
coming.
back to your mama's basement, neckbeard. You and every wrestler neckbeard.
I am very well shaven. Thank you.
I'm just picking on
You know, Dolly-Wood, you go from the sweetest girl in the world to lethal in 6 seconds. It's like,
oh wait, I'm about to put her into overdrive. Let's talk about what happens after the match. We'll watch Dolly-Wood. Yeah, there she is. She's already getting ready. She's cracking knucks. Nick and calls out MJF, who, by the way, is a 2022 Fingers Award winner for Best Heel of the Year. Someone I know didn't vote for MJF.
She's the only one who didn't vote for him.
I got a finger for him.
Finger Award. Here you go.
MJF is not falling for these shenanigans. They keep dissing. MJF keeps dissing Seattle mothers. And then he turns it around. Danielson turns around and says that MJF's mom is basically the doorknob of the neighborhood. Everyone gets a turn. And so then MJF starts talking about all these people, Jim Cornette, Eric Bischoff, but he freaking invoked the name Disco Inferno.
I love that so much.
Inferno. That guy is
saying who?
Disco Inferno. Oh, I hate using this word, but you are a jobber, not in professional wrestling, but also in life. Disco Inferno, you suck. Anyways, looks like we're going to have a main event of Revolution, and it's going to be MJF versus Bryan Danielson in a 60-minute Iron Man match.
That's going to be off the hook.
That may eclipse the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart match.
Could
very well eclipse it. Canada Dry, you go first on the finish of the match.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely loved this back and forth. Between MJF and Bryan Danielson. I do in fact love the fact that he said Eric Bischoff loves me, Jim Cornette loves me, Disco Inferno loves me. I love that he's just going to the bottom of the barrel for people who love him. It's like, I think it's such a great heel work. And I love that Dolly-Wood's disgusted by this. It's just
He
makes
makes me so angry to my core. Like I can like be talking about him in my normal life because I don't know what y'all talk about in your normal life. Like I'll bring him up at like supper, or excuse me, at the dinner table, whatever y'all call it,
super table.
at the supper table, and like get like physically angry about it. Like I'm like clutching my fork.
Will you like be eating your food and you're like, bleh, bleh.
I don't even eat oranges anymore because of that son of a bitch.
Oh,
Too much like it.
Trey J, your thoughts on the finish of the match?
I think the finish was great. I think that this was super interesting because I've always felt like the rating system needed to be something that they highlight. It's one of the things that makes it different. And it's like when they were just passing out title shots to anybody who was, around, it really made it less important. And so to be like, if you win every match between now and then, you'll become number one contender. And, he's like, fine, if you want to put that stipulation on, then this is what I have for you. It's kind of like, oh, well, then that now gives us something to work on.
Yeah.
Like that gives us something to work towards. It gives us something to look forward to because now we basically know that Danielson, who, as my colleague Dolly-Wood just said, is God's gift to professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Just gonna do this real quick. But
With the neck beard.
right. But we're gonna see him wrestle every week, which is like not a surprise, but just to know it's gonna happen is just something to look forward to. Because that means that there are going to be so many good people that he's going to basically make look great in this time frame. And we're hoping that that the quality of competition really kind of stays at that mid-card to, break out to mid-card level because a lot of folks need the spotlight that Bryan Danielson can provide.
Yeah, absolutely. Dolly-Wood, I want you to talk about the end of the match, but I want you to end it with saying one good thing about MJF.
Oh.
We'll see. Okay. So I didn't think about the ratings thing, and that's actually a really fantastic point that I really, really love, that they haven't really focused a whole lot on that, but they did in this, and I think that's beautiful. Talking about somebody's mama is not really okay unless you're Bryan Danielson and you're talking about MJF's mama, then I'm totally fine. So I think that, like y'all said, like leading up, watching all of these matches where, he's going to go against people that he maybe wouldn't typically fight. Yeah. I think he did really well. Oh, I just pissed him off that bad.
Oh, no, he's got to go do something.
He's got to go shave his neck beard.
His mama told him to get off the internet. It's time to go.
You go shave that neck beard before you continue on. I don't know why I'm stuck in sound there.
You got school pictures tomorrow. Anyway, he really did make Tony Nese look really good in the ring, and I don't think that he's like awful in the ring, not by any stretch of the imagination. But Bryan Danielson can make anybody look good. Like any of the three of us could get in the ring with him.
Nese is just boring. That's all I think about Nese.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think y'all are wrong. I don't think there's anything boring about saving the environment.
No, we're talking about Nese, not Danielson.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, y'all are right about that. Yeah. Yeah. The hell with that. Yeah. He is boring. And he's not with anybody good. Maybe when he switches teams or something, maybe he'll be a little bit better, but he's just a very generic looking human being. And I just there's nothing special about him.
Yeah.
Much like MJF, there's nothing special about him either.
Yes, there is. He's a generational talent.
Okay. So I will say that it looks like MJF's acne is clearing up.
Oh, good. That's a good thing about it. She said a nice thing about MJF. We'll say
he also has a very nice spray tan. I'll tell you that.
He does not. I have a nice spray tan. He does not.
I don't. No one has a nice spray tan. Come on.
I do. My spray tan looks very natural.
Does it spray it on?
No, I use a glove.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
So my computer died, and for Christmas I got this brand new one that's even bigger. So I finally had an excuse to switch to this one on stream. So I had it ready.
Yeah.
And I just had to enter the studio. So, like,
Why didn't you just start with that's the question?
I don't know. Because it's brand new. I didn't even have StreamYard on this. I hadn't even logged into Facebook on this for the first time.
So let's get to our fourth match. We are going to talk about Swerve Strickland versus AR Fox. Here are some of my notes. These guys are going to have moves all day long for this match. It's just going to be a spot fest after spot fest after spot. Circus Freak Jones looks idiotic. I can't take him seriously with the face tattoos and the Wendy's pigtails. It doesn't make sense. Both guys are killing it just like they did in Lucha Underground. If you don't know who they were in Lucha, AR Fox was Dante Fox and Swerve was Killshot. Those guys tore the stadiums down when they wrestled for Lucha Underground, and they did it tonight. Lots of great near wins. Hell of a Death Valley driver on the apron by Swerve Strickland. Oh, I hate his curb stomp. I hate his stomp. I don't like it, but that should be his finishing move, is that Death Valley driver onto the apron. He is just unbelievable.
Look at this comment by Southwood.
Neeson's a good worker. I have a feeling he's one of the four that picked Neese to win.
He don't work as good
I
as
hope
MJF's
not.
mama.
I'd have been insulted in his very first chance to be in the ring with this level of greatness if he picked Tony Nese.
Yeah. Sometimes we're jaded. Ken DeDry, your thoughts on the Swerve Strickland AR Fox match?
Wow, it's all him. I like the fact that the crowd was kind of quiet after Bryan Danielson's little bit there. It's a tough act to follow, and the crowd kind of quieted down. Yeah. But after a while, they're chanting, "This is awesome!
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome!" Wow! And the ending, oh my goodness! I love the killer attitude in Swerve. It's just like I haven't seen that in wrestling in a long time. He first hits him in the face, does his finisher, then wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Trey J, your thoughts?
I like this Swerve. I just do.
Love the Swerve.
I love it. Absolutely. Like, it's just he has like this star quality that just amazes me. If I was to tell somebody who wanted to be a wrestler, like who they should watch right now, it would definitely be Swerve. Like, Swerve has the facial expressions down. He has his pacing is pretty much unmatched by anybody. And it's like, when you think about the fact that he's like almost 10 years, like he's like 10 years younger than Danielson and the guys that are at the top and the guys that have been doing it for so long. It's like, yes, he's been doing this for 13 years, but it's like he still has a lot of gas left in the tank. And he's the kind of guy that you would build your future around in a lot of ways.
I want gold on this man very soon. That's what
I agree. But it needs to be like the right gold. Like, it can't be just like some sideways gold. The painted guy still looks like a comic book villain to me.
Yeah.
And Parker needs to be like in one of those matches where like he's tagged with Swerve, but he never needs to tag Swerve in. Like, I feel like that would be like his that would make him look so great.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, the thing with Swerve Strickland, and I'm not really high on Swerve, but he reminds me of like Dynamite Kid. He just reminds me of guys who are way ahead of their time. Chris Kanyon is another one. Mm-hmm. Those guys were doing stuff that wouldn't be replicated until 5-6 years later. That's a huge difference. Dolly-Wood, your thoughts on the match?
So Swerve is growing on me.
Yeah.
So I do have to agree with y'all on that. He is, but I do disagree with Trey because I think that man could have any belt he wanted.
Yeah.
Don't just throw anything on him, but he can have any belt he wanted. He has proven over and over again that he can wrestle any style.
Yeah.
I would love to see him. When's the ladder matches next week?
Yeah.
Right? I want to see him win a ladder match. I want to see him do something really big, have some kind of big push. But I actually really like he versus Fox. I think that they're like, Fox is not on his level yet, but he could learn so much in the ring from Swerve. I love them together. So not together, against each other.
And I'm looking for that.
Sorry, that was not okay. I'm so sorry. This is after dark.
I'm so looking forward to the receipt that is coming from Keith Lee. And I love that it's going to be a delay and we're waiting for it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So we get Renee Paquette. She is sitting down with Saraya, Sheeta, and Tony Storm. They keep asking who the partner is going to be. Fingers across, people across the world are like, let it be someone other than the two sitting there. Wrongo. It's going to be Tony Storm. She is going to be Soraya's partner for next week. Sheeta doesn't look all that happy. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the Renee Paquette?
Paquette, she looked shocked.
Yeah.
Like she didn't know that this was going to happen. Like she was looking for Sasha Banks and she wasn't told. But I like that they're telling us a week ahead of time. So if it is actually Tony Storm, we're not disappointed. And we're not hoping for Sasha Banks. And the crowd isn't booing or anything like that. So everyone's expecting Tony Storm. They could always pull something on us and have maybe Sheeta attack Storm, do a heel turn, and who comes out to make the save but Sasha Banks?
Yeah. Okay. Dre J, your thoughts?
I'm on the same wave. Like I think that like Sheeta's facial expressions on this was near perfect. You know, I think that Saraya definitely kind of laid it on a little bit too thick. Yeah. She was like, and I am so glad to be next to the greatest wrestler in the world. Tony Storm. And I was just like, oh shoot. My bullshit detector.
It's not even the best Tony.
No, exactly.
It's Tony Nese. We all know that.
Ask Rich. He'll tell you real fast.
I'm about to say there are significantly better Tonys in wrestling in AEW.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at like Tony Storm, and it's just like even in his interview, you don't even like inspire any confidence right now.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like an extra slap in the face that Sheeta doesn't even say anything. Like, why did you invite her here if she didn't even say a word?
That's like you're like you have your crush and you're like bringing along this other girl. It's like I just want to tell you that I really love one of you and it's not you.
No, it does. It reminds you of The Bachelorette.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah. Will you take my rose?
It's
I
like
thought it was very Mean Girls.
yeah,
Like
I can get that.
Let's go fight next week. But I think that Canada, you and Rich posted it as you were saying it that she is probably going to take Stormy out.
Yeah, she should take Storm out, but it should be like a thing where you don't know it's her that took Storm out. Like Storm should get laid out in the very beginning of the show. Everybody thinks it's Britt and Hater, and they're like, yeah. You know, they did this so that Saraya wouldn't have a partner. Oh, but I had a back. You know, but look who just made it into the building. It's Mercedes Moné. And then like after they win, which of course they're going to, after they win, you know, Sheeta comes up and was like, Britt didn't take Tony Storm out.
Yeah,
I did. And it's like, because I think after a situation like that, you need, you know, first of all, Sheeta versus Storm is going to be great. I think it's going to actually help Tony Storm get her confidence back. But I also think that like Sheeta's in that category of people who can carry Saraya to a great match.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right now, Saraya is still not ready to carry a match at all.
Yeah. So
that's it's definitely something that we need to look at. And I think that, you know, even with Mercedes Moné being off for 8 months, it's like that's going to be a major X factor if it does turn out to be her.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Dolly-Wood, your thoughts?
Oh, I already gave my thoughts. I was talking while Trey was talking.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I have nothing else to say.
What?
I'm playing the lottery right now.
Write it down, y'all.
It's 10:58. I got just enough time.
Win the money.
So we get the guns that come out. They have a funeral for FTR. It's FTR-IP. Then they evoke FTR, and FTR's music plays. and you're thinking, yeah, Tony Khan, he's got a supersonic jet that can fly from Tokyo all the way to Seattle, Washington in no time flat. He doesn't. FTR didn't show up. It was big. It was a big swerve. Quick thoughts about it, Canada. Your thoughts. Quick.
The
thoughts.
one thing I thought it was great. I liked the whole shtick.
Yeah.
But the announcers ruined it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have said anything. He's not here. They're not here. Shut up.
Yeah.
Let the performers do their job and let them do what they have to do. Don't ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, TJ, your thoughts real quick.
I was trying to figure out who F Trip was for like the first 30 seconds of this segment. I was just like I had a Bobby Fish joke today, by the way, just so you guys know.
We needed to do the Bobby Fish joke before the show's off.
We're gonna play it at the end.
but in this reminded me of it. Like when I was, this is what kind of like got me to thinking of it at the time, because I was just like, dang, I kind of need a good one because Rich's was actually really good. But I look at this segment and I'm just like, what is F Trip? And I was just like, never mind. I get it now. Like when it pans out and you see like FTR, it's like,
yeah.
How hard would it have been to just put a little space there?
It's called kerning. We just nudge it out font wise, so it makes a decent space without being a full space. Dolly-Wood, your thoughts?
Y'all wild as hell. I knew exactly what they were talking about. So y'all need to. I mean, it was the same font. It was the FTR font. It was, it sounded like the FTR thing. Y'all just need to pay more attention. With as much as I don't like the ass boys, this was so petty. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was perfect. But Canada, you're right. The announcers need to shut up, but telling Taz to shut up is like telling me to shut up. And that's
my goodness, Taz is the worst for that. He's the guilty.
Shut your mouth. You be nice to Taz.
Oh God, I love him so much.
That's it. Me and you. Yeah, beg Yahtzee after the show.
Yeah,
he'll come suplex me. Like he'll bust in like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
He's the
Oh, you're dropping these Kool-Aid hints for the
I'm a 90s baby. It's fine.
You know our shirt coming out.
Yeah. Dolly-Wood's first shirt is going to be the Kool-Aid Man.
Yep.
It's going to be her holding a big thing of Kool-Aid. So
it's not going to be Kool-Aid. It's whatever's in that CM Punk cup.
It is
exactly.
water because it is New Year, New Me. So it is water.
Her boyfriend isn't there to drink with her, so she's.
What proof is your water?
0. Man. I do have a bar card over here, but I promise I wasn't drinking tonight. To be fair, I drank enough this weekend to make the whole state of Kentucky real proud of me.
So let's go to our 5th match. Sky Blue and Kiera Hogan versus Jay Cargill. Velvet. Jay Cargill, yeah, that's my girl. That is my girl. So Velvet and Sky Blue.
You guys are crazy.
They lock up and create the color purple.
I know. It's so weird that Kiera Hogan was in this match. She was the only person that's not a color.
Yeah.
She had blue hair.
Yeah, but you have Jade and you have Red Velvet, you have Sky Blue, and then you have Kiera Hogan.
That's why she had to take the pin.
Yeah, she's also the most boring one. So.
Oh yeah. No, that's true.
Just like the other Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
It bugs me because for the longest time I thought like she was the bigger like star between her and Tasha Steelz, and now I have been proven wrong by 2022.
Yeah. Jay Cargill is freaking awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be the next Mrs. Falcon. I can already feel it right here in my heart.
I'm with you, bro.
All right, so let's
Good
get
luck.
to. So all right, so I think we talked about the match. Do we have anything to add?
Just if Colt Cabana ever wrestles again, I can't wait for y'all to hear my commentary.
Diablo!
The future, Mr. Dolly-Wood.
Her boobs are not even that big.
Yes, it is.
You know what's so funny is I'm obviously not built like that. I just don't like this.
He's doing Sky Blue. He thinks Sky Blue's got big boobs.
This is Sky Blue thing. Oh, Somebody doesn't watch the product now. Like now, I feel terrible because Dolly thinks I was making fun of her. Like, no, that's been my running Sky Blue joke for a while.
It's Dolly.
Now I feel like I've offended someone, and that was not
She's
my.
got B cups. She doesn't have.
Oh shit!
Who, me or Sky
No, Sky Blue.
Let's go on to the next match. Next
Let's
match.
move on. Rolling right along here.
All right, so we get Renee with Lethal and Jared. They talk about
I love that look you just created.
let's go to that. Let's go to our main event. It's going to be Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin. Here's my thoughts really quick. Intro for Darby might be longer than the actual freaking match. That video package they played was ridiculously long. Home ring advantage is, I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough against the king of television. Not a prince, but the king of television.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Look, I want everybody to look and revel in the swagger that Samoa Joe has. That man has swag like there's no tomorrow. Oh, Dolly, you're silly. Anyways, before the match gets started,
that word means.
So before we get to the actual match, they decide to start beating the living hell out of each other on the ramp, in the stands, and then Tony Hawk Jones takes the skateboard and does an ollie off of Samoa Joe. Joe gave him an awesome spike. We finally get the match started. No one takes an ass kicking like Darby Allin. That man was built for just punishment. He's like the little rag doll that you shoot out of a cannon in a video game and just tumbles and topples and falls apart. Great counters. And freaking Darby Allin gets the win. He does 2 coffin drops in a row, gets the win. He is our new AEW TNT champion. Ken and Draw, your thoughts on the match?
I don't like Darby Allin. I tried to like Darby Allin, but it's so disappointing to see him win the TNT championship. Like, I can't get behind Darby Allin. He's good on him and good for the fans of Seattle cheering on their favorite guy winning the championship, but I just can't get behind Darby Allin.
Okay. Treasure, your thoughts on the main event?
Well, earlier in the night, Samoa Joe had this like great promo for this match.
Yeah.
And it was honestly fantastic. I thought it was like, it's just one of those things that reminds you like how menacing Joe is when he talks so calmly.
Yep.
I love the fact that when he comes out, though, he acknowledges Nick Wayne. Granted, he choked him, but it's kind of like you put that quick spotlight on him because I think Nick Wayne like just turned 18 or something.
Yeah, just turned 18.
Yeah, I did like that.
And you get something like that. It's kind of like, here's this big star who is just like, and they kept making references to Buddy Wayne.
Yeah.
Throughout this match, I thought that was really amazing because it was, it was definitely adds on to this thing. And for the most part, I don't know if I'm the only person, but I thought that Wardlow was going to have something to do with this match. And in the end, I'm really glad that they didn't go that route. Like, because when you think about it, like Joe losing a belt, okay, it sucks, but it's like Joe still has another belt. He's fine.
Yeah.
And
so does this mean that Wardlow takes the Ring of Honor title from him?
Nah, I kind of hope that feud is over right now. I know it's not, but
he cut his hair. You can't let him take that dry.
I mean, honestly, Wardlow needed to cut that off.
Well,
yeah, but you got to get revenge, or it's kind of.
Yeah, you cut a man's ponytail, you got to expect revenge. That's all I'm saying. That's going on a shirt.
Cut a man's ponytail, you got to expect revenge.
Yep.
I'm with it.
All right. Dolly-Wood, your thoughts on the main event?
Samoa Joe sucks, man. He's the worst. He is my least favorite person in all of professional wrestling.
Oh, you're right here. You're right here, and now you're like here.
Wow, this is a hot take from Dolly-Wood.
MJF. I can tolerate your hate for MJF. And I know Samoa Joe. I've met him multiple times. The guy is an absolutely fantastic guy. One of the best damn wrestlers in wrestling today. So go ahead.
Let me say this. Bad take, Cade. Someone's coming for your title.
I'm letting you know right now, I must now use my voodoo beads.
Not the voodoo beads.
The voodoo beads. It's over.
All right, Dolly. So what were your thoughts on that?
Okay, well, you name dropping him and acting like y'all are the very best of friends. That gives me very big MJF vibes. Who are you going to tell me next? You love Booker T too?
I love Booker T and the Brooklyn Brawler. They all love me. They all love the JFD.
And the gobbledygooker, damn it.
And the gobbledygooker.
Anyway, I don't care for him. I love Darby. I don't think
said it
Darby
again,
deserves
y'all.
to win, though.
I said she said it again, y'all. She said it again. You said you didn't like Samoa Joe again. I was like, you said it again.
Okay. I'm like, I'm so much like Kelly Kapoor when she's like, I just talk so much I can't even listen to myself most of the time. I feel the exact same way, Kelly. Anyway, love Darby. Do not think he deserved to win. I think that Samoa Joe deserved to keep the belt a little bit longer, especially after he just cut off Wardlow's ponytail.
Yeah, it seemed like out of nowhere, like out of place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just because y'all are in Seattle, that's not a good reason.
Yeah.
I think Darby was going to win this, though, because I felt like they wanted him to take that belt to the Great Muda's last match.
Oh, yeah, that's true, because his last match is coming up relatively soon.
Who?
The Great Muda.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like Sting, Darby Allin, and the Great Muda against like three guys for like Muda's actual final match.
Yeah.
And so I figured that AEW was gonna like. I didn't even realize that Darby was from Seattle until earlier.
You don't need a belt for that. Why do you need a belt for that? It's a tag match.
It's probably the same reason why Kip Sabian is gonna end up winning on Saturday because he's going.
You hush! Don't you even speak that into existence.
I like Kip Sabian. He was nice to my kids.
I'd be nice to your kids too, man, but that don't mean I deserve a belt.
Actually, it kind of does. Have you met my kid?
Oh, I do deserve Mrs. AFW.
Yeah, that's right. True. What are you talking about?
I do. And I said how cute your baby was in the thing in the.
Remember?
I know. I appreciate that.
She is. She's so cute. Oh, she's so cute.
All right, let's do the bells.
Anyway.
All right, so we're at the end of the show. But before we get to our bells, we have to do what we always do every week. We let the comedy stylings of Trey J. Styles lull us back into a slumber and a sleep before we wake up laughing our asses off for the Bobby Fish Joke of the Week. What is the joke of the week, Mr. Styles?
So, as you guys probably know, Bobby Fish at one point in time was looking for endorsements, and so he went to Nike, and of course, Nike's slogan is "Just do it." Well, they realized who Bobby Fish was, and they said, "No, we don't need any of that bad juju on our product." So Bobby Fish got like this brilliant idea. He was going to start his own clothing brand, and so you know how like Nike has the check mark, right? Well, he basically turned the check mark into like a question mark with the phrase "Just blew it."
Oh,
I don't know if you're living up to Rich Southwood's joke last week. I'm gonna say.
Oh man,
that hurts my feelings. Rich was
sorry. I gotta be honest. I rate the jokes as I hear them.
All right, I have a better one next week.
Okay. You'll step it up.
There you go.
Oh,
You've given me motivation.
Right.
We're at the end of the show. As always, we pick our favorite segment or favorite match and our one of the 5 bells. Treasure Styles, you go first.
Ooh, I wanted to go first today. So I'm gonna say that my favorite match was the Acclaimed and Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Okay. There really wasn't like a specific moment in this, but it honestly just looked like a fun match. It looked like there was some old school booking with some new school flavor. Of course, you gotta love Max Caster's rap, which at this point in time, he's got to be having those things cleared by Jeff Jarrett when he talks about Karen. Like I'm like, whatever.
But I don't think Jeff Jarrett's clearing it with Karen.
I think he is. I think something honestly, like for her to go in on Kurt means that Kurt did something.
Yeah.
And of course,
Kurt said something that set her off.
Right. She said Kurt said something offline, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's like Kurt might have got
his original comment to kind of like cover it up.
Yeah.
Must have been a tape because you can't understand what he says, but okay.
but I think that, like I said, but this match was so much fun. I think, I know Canada Dry didn't like the finish. I enjoyed the finish. I think it sets it up great for another match, and I can't wait to see what they do with a no holds barred thing because, like, now somebody gets to get hit with a guitar.
Yeah. Okay. Love to see
it. 4 bells. 4 bells.
4 bells. Okay.
4 bells.
All right. So, Dolly-Wood, favorite match or segment and number of bells.
My favorite segment was Bryan Danielson and MJF going at each other. That was hilarious. There was a lot of really good points there, a lot of really good build-up for the upcoming pay-per-view, which I love. And everything Bryan Danielson does is perfect once again. So I would give this 3.5 bells.
Okay. Canada Dry, you go last.
I am selecting Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks. This was a fun match. Builds up Ricky Starks. The question I have, how much can Jericho keep losing before he needs that star to be reshined up again? That's the question. Can he lose 3 in a row?
Yeah.
I think he can.
But this AEW Dynamite felt special. It felt different from all the others. It just felt like a reboot of AEW and a soft reboot. But I think it was really good. So I'm going to give it 4 bells.
Okay. My favorite match was the AR Fox Force Strickland match. It should have been longer. It should have been given more time to cook. And it wasn't. They gave us a microwave dinner. We should have gotten a huge buffet of prime rib. I'm going to give it 4 bells. I love the new set, the new feel. Whoever is producing what Tony Khan is doing an amazing job. And I think Jeff Jarrett has something behind that. There's several other people that are left WWE and other wrestling promotions to come work in AEW because they have that faith. So I'm going to give it 4 bells. So before we break and I start going over my spiel, Damar Hamlin, Buffalo Bills safety, had a heart attack on the field. They have a toy drive. Chris Jericho has donated. Tony Khan has donated. I'm asking everyone to go to the GoFundMe page, go to the Buffalo Bills website. It's on there as well. Donate whatever you can. It's a great cause, Toys for Tots. It sucks that it has to be in the limelight because of a man who nearly died on the field from a heart attack. So please go find the Buffalo Bills website, and then they have links there for the toy drive as well. So at the end of our show, if you want to get in touch with us, it's very simple. YouTube.com/effing wrestling has all our social media sites. However, if you want to join the most elite prediction league in all places, and I know because we are number 1 on Prediction Wrestling Monthly. We are ranked number 1 right now because we are freaking awesome. You have to go to effingwrestling.com, scroll all the way down, all those social media links. One of them, and I mean one of them, not 2 or 3, are going to send you right to AFW where you can sign up and be a part, take on the likes of the JFB, Canada Dry, Dolly-Wood, or Trey J Styles. If you like shirts, and we know you do, and you want to support our podcast and our company, ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. Natalia Markova sporting it as well. If you like old school wrestling, and I know that you guys do, we run Adrian Adonis's website. It's ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all his shirts, including that brand new one that just came out with him flipping the bird. It's apropos because we are, of course, effing wrestling. So you go to our website, go to ProWrestlingTees.com. Other than that, that's it. Thank you so much for joining in. 2023 is going to be amazing. We're going to be here every Wednesday. We have podcasts that run Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and then our big one and all FM Wrestling show on Sunday. So, on behalf of Canada Dry, Trey J. Styles, Dolly-Wood, I am the JFB.
Do the sesame thing.
Oh, Dolly-Wood.
I'm sorry.
You gotta figure the other way. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah.
And remember to just keep fighting.
Woo!
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.